I was diagnosed with severe clinical depression and I wanted answers. Who wouldn't? I wanted to know why.
I'll answer the question.
I wanted answers.
You want answers?
I wanted the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
Hi, my name's Jason and I run the Human Impact channel. The idea being that I want to share the impact that we have on ourselves and I want to share the impact that we have on others through our actions. Over the past decade and beyond, I've been through a huge journey of learning that I want to share with you. It's probably longer than a decade, to be fair. And I want to share those insights with you. So look, let me start with, what does it feel like to get that diagnosis? Yeah, it's pretty rough. You wonder, is my brain broken? What is going on? What should I have done differently? How should I have dealt with others differently? When you start to realize the impact that you have on others, it's crushing. When you get that diagnosis, the first response is, what's been going on? Why has this happened? And I've been through a huge journey of learning, certainly over the past 6, maybe 7 months, the psychology of depression, what goes on. And I want to share some of this with you because there may be some parts within this cycle of depression that you just resonate with, suddenly sticks up in your brain and you go, whoa, that's me. So what I did was I had a look around, I did a bit of research, I looked at all the psychology stuff that I was involved in, and basically I looked at a cycle of depression, and this really resonated. I'm not going to claim to be the inventor of all of this stuff that's going on. I've just probably taken it from a few parts. But when I looked at this cycle, it really resonated with me, absolutely resonated with me. So let's have a little look, see at this, shall we? And you know what? I love this graphic. I'm going to put it into the community tab a little bit later. So if anybody wants to grab it, then please do. Anything that I post out there, please feel free to use because, you know, we're all on this big journey of life together, and the simpler we make it, or the easier we make it for others, the better it's going to be. So let's look at anhedonia. Am I saying that right? The loss of pleasure in the activities that you love. Now, a lot of you may well know me from the world of adventure. And probably 2016, 2017, I just lost all pleasure in being outdoors. Some of that was the job that I was doing, running a company. And if you're doing stuff because you have to earn money, then suddenly it becomes a whole other story. And that's the reality. These are the tough questions I've had to ask myself to try and get to grips with what the hell went on. Where did things break down? What are the red flags that are going on? And certainly, if your experience in life and the things that you love doing suddenly are completely joyless, then please, please, please consider that as a bit of a red flag for you to be able to perhaps take some action on that. Following that, avolition. I got some notes down here, by the way, so if you see me looking down, it's because I'm just kind of going, oh, what's that? So avolition, that lack of motivation and drive. And I can absolutely and categorically confirm that that was certainly the case. Certainly for me, I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to go outdoors and play. I wasn't finding any joy in the things that I do. That led to me sitting around eating, trying to suppress all of those negative, horrible, dark feelings, going out, going back home, going out buying food. That then turned into alcohol. You know, I've mentioned before in another video that you know, the fun Jason and drinks, let's go out and get smashed and party. But that was then being used to be able to suppress all of those depressive feelings that are there. And then, of course, there's the withdrawal side of things. Now, perhaps the perfect storm for me, because this was exactly for me at the same time that COVID hit. So I was forced into isolation. And then it was the cycle, repeat, deepening feelings. So as that feeling that horrible feeling gets deeper, the need to offset that gets greater. So what is, I'll just go and get a bottle of wine. Then all of a sudden the bottle of wine just doesn't cut it. So it's 2, then it's 3, then it's more, then suddenly it's out of control because you've normalized these things. So if you see this cycle here, you've got the loss of pleasure, you've got the lack of motivation, you've got the isolation and withdrawal, and then repeat, reinforce, repeat, reinforce, repeat. So if anybody else is going through this, I get it. I've been there. You can snap yourself out of it. I don't have the answers. That's the reality. I'm still trying to focus on me. For me, it's remind myself of the things that I love. I'll even just press start on my Garmin watch and just start walking with no major plan, because I know that once I'm out the door, sometimes it's even just as little as get up, open the door and stand outside, because that means that I've achieved a something. So for you, if you're listening, you need to try and work out what is it that's going to get you out of that, to snap you out of that. Even if it's the tiniest thing that just moves you one step forward. We're not talking about, giant leaps for mankind. If you believe that we actually went to the moon, let me know in the comments. But this is about a tiny thing, one tiny small thing that is going to stop you from getting into that cycle. Break yourself out of that cycle. So that's what I wanted to share within this. I don't think we should be living in shame about these things. Do you?
No.
No!
No, absolutely not, because it's a lot more normal than you think. There are going to be plenty of people that are hiding behind social media, that are hiding behind happy feelings, hiding behind various things. It is okay to not be okay. I am going to bang on this drum as often as I can. I'll be like a drum beat major. I was really like what's it called? Those people that twirly round, those twirly things. That probably made no sense. I may edit this out. I don't know. But that's where I wanted to go with this one, is there is a cycle of depression. If that's you, find out how you can snap yourself out of it. And if you do find yourself into any of those stages, when the things that you love become joyless, when you find yourself lacking motivation and drive, when you find yourself becoming isolated and withdrawn, and then you start to reinforce that by upping the game. If you find yourself in that space, you up the game. It takes a little bit more to try and suppress. It takes a bit more to make you feel happy. Then think about how you can break yourself out of that cycle. So anyway, I hope this has been useful. Please do subscribe. I'm not going to beg. Either you do or you don't, right? And I'm going to try and put another video up here so that people can, listen, watch, whatever it is, the right terminology. Anyway, look, thanks for listening. I hope that was useful. Please do let me know. Be kind to each other, and I shall speak to you soon.